Hi everyone! I've made the vast majority of my content on the channel focusing on historical mods and mods devoted to history in general, so I decided that it was time to make some videos devoted to the fantasy mods for the historical Total War games. There are definitely some gems out there that are definitely worth playing. So here are my top 5 fantasy mods for Rome Total War to play in 2020. These aren't in any particular order, though the top mod on here is definitely deserving of that spot. Number 5. Several unstable or in development mods. Here I want to highlight mods that are either still in development, incomplete, or unstable, since there are quite a few fantasy mods that are in that state at the moment. The Last Airbender Total War is a mod that's currently in development for Rome Total War, and it has been completely inspired by the classic series Avatar: The Last Airbender. Everything for the 4 factions, the Earth Kingdom, Fire Nation, Water Tribe, and the Kingdom of Omashu, has been created by Kurdish Nomad, including unit rosters, custom settlements, and the campaign map. It's looking to be an incredible total conversion mod, so I will definitely cover it extensively upon its release. There is also a mod entitled Narnia Total War. I have read the Narnia books, but that was definitely a long time ago. This mod, inspired by the Chronicles of Narnia, recreates the political situation in the realm and lets you play as one of the kingdoms from the books. However, in many aspects it appears to be rather incomplete. Keep an eye out for new information on this one if you're a Narnia fan. There is indeed a Warhammer mod for Rome Total War, complete with several factions, units, and a whole new campaign map from the Warhammer universe. I am not a big Warhammer expert, I actually know nothing about it, but the mod team has done a lot of extensive work and has really fleshed out every faction. It seems like a great experience, especially for fans of the Warhammer universe. Unfortunately, this mod is rather unstable, and requires some do-it-yourself fixes in order to fix some of its stability issues. And for that reason I have to say that I can't put it higher on the list, and I actually wouldn't recommend it if you are not tech or mod savvy. It's unfortunate, because a lot of work has clearly gone into this mod. Number 4. Amazon Total War Refulgent. This one is a bit of an odd one. On the subforum for Amazon Total War, the mod team talks about utilizing the anthropological and archaeological works of Maria Gimbutas, who wrote some speculative books regarding possible peaceful female matriarchal societies. I can understand if someone wants to adhere to those theories, even though there is an extreme lack of evidence, but in any case, that's not the point here. The point is that in this mod, which is essentially supposed to be inspired by such work, you have busty topless women, or scantily clad women, running around attacking each other and Pontus using ancient and strangely advanced weaponry. It's fun, and it's funny, and it's been well developed, but I can't say it's exactly the mod for me as a historian, in any case. Number 3. Lord of the Rings Total War. I am a Lord of the Rings fan, though I can't say it's my absolute favorite fantasy series. I do like it very much, however, and I've read all the books, except most of the Silmarillion, and seen the movies a few times. Lord of the Rings Total War is a total conversion mod that transports you into the movies, from the Fellowship of the Ring to the Two Towers to the Return of the King. It is an exceptional mod, with a great campaign add-on that really provides an excellent campaign experience. The units, the custom settlements, the campaign map, the sound design, all of it is designed to immerse you in the world of the films, and Lord of the Rings Total War definitely succeeds in doing that. Its mission system in the campaign also helps guide you along as you fight battles that took place during the War of the Ring. While this mod has been surprisingly overlooked by many, it really deserves your attention if you're a fan of Rome Total War Total Conversion mods, especially when you apply the excellent campaign add-on. Number 2. End of Days 2. I've talked about End of Days 2 before on the channel, and it definitely deserves to be talked about again. End of Days 2 is a completely original fantasy mod with its own self-contained story and universe. that gets told to you as you play through the campaign by scrolls that pop up at certain turns during the campaign, like the Europa Barbarorum This Year in History scrolls. There are 4 interesting factions to play, including a werewolf-Lycan faction, 2 vampire factions, and 1 human faction called the Talamasca Order. It has a nice campaign with an original map that starts out fairly easy as you are surrounded by rebel settlements, and the map is dotted with very interesting wonders and artifacts that slowly reveal more information about the fantasy world you're in. It's a breath of fresh air due to its originality. It even has its own soundtrack made just for the mod. With its 2 vampire factions, werewolf faction, and strange zombie monster rebel factions, it's definitely a good Halloween mod, that's for sure. Try End of Days too. If you're a fan of Rome Total War and fantasy settings, especially original fantasy settings, you'll enjoy it quite a bit. Honorable mentions. The classic mod I want to mention here is the original End of Days, where you have to fight on a post-apocalyptic Earth map. It's an excellent original mod that is definitely worthy of your attention and is another good spooky type mod in the vein of End of Days 2. Though I'd say End of Days 2 is probably a bit more spooky, especially in terms of its soundtrack. It is an excellent mod, just like End of Days 2, and I would have placed it on the list, but I didn't want to have both End of Days mods on there. But End of Days 1 is definitely another excellent mod. Number 1. 4th Age Dominion of Men. 4th Age Total War is my personal favorite Lord of the Rings mod for any Total War game at the moment, and it really is like the Europa Barbarorum of fantasy mods. Everything is very polished and completely overhauled, including the soundtrack, the graphics, the units, the settlements, the map. Everything is faithful to Tolkien's books. 4th Age Total War takes place after the War of the Ring. That is, after the events of the Lord of the Rings novels and films. You have to take command of one of the post-war kingdoms, such as Gondor, Rohan, the city-state of Tharbad, and many others, and lead them to victory. However, this victory is not easy to obtain. 4th Age is a slow and steady campaign that requires building up and making balanced, high-quality armies in order to overcome the slew of diverse enemies you will face. There is also a new sub-mod for 4th Age in development called Wainwriters, which I will definitely be covering upon its release, so stay tuned for that. I hope you enjoyed this list. While Rome Total War doesn't have quite as many fantasy mods as Medieval 2, let's say, there are still a few that are definitely worthy of your attention due to all the love and time poured into their development. As I said, 4th Age Total War is one of my favorite fantasy mods of all time, if not my favorite one, and the several mods still in development are definitely quite interesting. Stay tuned for further coverage, and thank you very much for watching.